Tory Lanez was found guilty last week for the 2020 incident where he allegedly shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot while they was exiting a vehicle, or inside of a right outside of a vehicle. He's been convicted of three felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic handgun, carrying a loaded unregistered firearm, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Now, Tory Lanez is now facing over 20 years and deportation.
22 to be exact.
Yeah, and so he was immediately taken into custody. I don't know if he's still in custody. I'm pretty sure he is, because sentencing is on January 27th. A lot of people are upset about this issue. What did you think? What were your initial thoughts after Tory Lanez was found guilty?
Well, everybody know my initial stance on the situation.
For the people that don't.
That was pretty wild. I was on the side of it's possible he shot her, but it's possible he not. Mm-hmm. But everything was pointing to Megan lying. Yeah. About everything.
Yeah, well,
that's the side I was on. That's the side I was on. This shit just don't add up. I can't imagine the situation playing out how she said it played out. Right. That's the side I was on. Right. I had the stance of, wait until this date come, wait until this court case come, and once it's proven that she a liar, what y'all gonna say then? That was the stance. So looking at it in that mind frame, that mean that if they say he innocent, I'm running with that. Right. So because they convicted him, even though I still feel like from what we've heard, that shit wasn't, and true enough, I wasn't in the courtroom. Right. So all I'm getting is the information that has been privy to us. But I still feel like, this a whole bunch of lies. That this shit, he ain't shoot her like talking about or whatever. I even felt like it was Kelsey who did it. Yeah. But just like word was gonna be bun when they accused him innocence, would have claimed his innocence. Mm-hmm. Word got to be bun that they found him guilty. Yeah. Well, I get that train of thought. I think that so I don't got no feelings on it whatsoever. And then even when I thought Megan Thee Stallion might be lying, you know what I'm saying? You still go for her because she from Houston. No, not go for her. Because she from Houston. She one of ours, so I just... Barely, they saying shorty from San Antonio for real. No, my dad grew up with her mama. I'm fucking around. So my dad knew her mama real well, you know what I'm saying? So... I just kind of stayed out of it because if I ain't got nothing nice to say, I won't say nothing. Even if you was witnessing a woman destroy a black man, wrongly, if that would have been the case, you wouldn't have had a feeling about it. No, that's only because if it got to that point, if I felt like that, I would have had some feelings about it and I would have said something. I just reserved my judgment, I guess is what I'm saying, because she one of our own. So. That's all. That's where I was on it. Now I'm here, and I think that since he was found, I wasn't there. I don't got no feelings about it because I'm not a fan of either of them. I fuck with Tory. His really music hard. I really don't. I think I got like 1 or 2 tracks he did on the on my playlist. I know he was hot during the quarantine. Mm-hmm. That was his shit. But my thing is this. I think if when multiple, so you got 3 people in a vehicle, and two of them were lying. Like 4 people. It was 4 people in the vehicle. Well, Kelsey and Megan, we found them lying already. And my thing is, how do you in a situation where you have to prove something where nobody else was there to see? How do you trust what was said by a person that lies? You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what I think. Like, I think if this goes through and we didn't find none of the lies that they told, then I think that it's closed shut. Like, it's what it is. That shit must have happened. You know what I'm saying? But remember we had this talk before where I told you, like, the person who says that shit, it matters. A lying ass nigga can't just tell me it's raining outside. I need to find out. I need to see. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what this is. They were able to, in the court system, they were able to still get past that. And like, I understand how women felt like this was a fight for defending black women.
and I understand there's a whole movement on just believing all women. And I'm just here to say that comes.
See, that's what I'm against. Believing all women. I'm with defending black women. I'm with defending women. Period. Mm-hmm. Any woman needs to be. I'm with defending anybody. But since we're talking about women,
right.
I'm with defending women. But what I'm not against is believing women at any cost. No matter nobody.
You mean you're not with that?
I'm not with believing women at any cost, bro. Because we see time and time again that women get emotional. They get upset. Mm-hmm. Maybe she was at your house kicking it and you ain't give her what she wanted. You ain't give her no money, or you ain't take her over here. Now she cry rape. And you got that on your jacket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes out that these women lie about stuff like this, there are no consequences for them.
Yeah.
And the man still gotta wear that. Yeah. Even if it comes out that the man either was found innocent by lack of evidence, or if it come out that she was just blatantly lying.
Yeah.
Either way it go, he will always be he will always be the guy rape tied to his name. He'll always be the guy. Oh, he was accused of rape. Or assault. That's tied to his name.
Yeah.
It's gonna always be synonymous with him. Mm-hmm. But regardless of how it turns out, the woman who lied just get to go on about her business.
Yeah, everybody.
No consequences, no nothing.
That's why I can't get with believe all women just based on nothing either. But I'm with protecting black women. I'm just not sure this was the case where that they should have or we should have, because we are together in this. I don't think this is a case that as a unit we should have put up there and said this is the one where y'all need to come look out for us. Based on the fact that they lied and we found out that they lied. Now, for the record, Megan Thee Stallion in court testified that Tory Lanez shot at her feet yelling "dance, bitch" right outside the truck.
Yeah, she said that before court too.
Yeah, but when she originally was taken, was pulled out of the vehicle, she said that she didn't know what happened, that she stepped on some glass or something. Then her friend Kelsey said that she didn't know who the shooter was. She said she had no idea who shot Megan. Now, they were able to find out she was lying because there was a text message that immediately followed the time of the alleged shooting.
Saying Tory shot Meg.
Tory shot Meg. So if you
But that could have been a setup, bro.
Yeah,
that could have been a let me get away real quick.
No, I know. I'm simply saying if you thought you knew what happened then, why did it come into question later? Why was the story not consistent? The consistency is what matters, because
unless you was lying.
Unless you was lying.
Unless you was lying. They had found more gunpowder on her.
No. They actually didn't test her for gunpowder residue. They tested Tory and didn't test her.
The story is that they found gunshot residue on her hands, but barely any on Tory. They found it on him, but it was inconclusive. But they found it on her. So
I got that part, that it was inconclusive on Tory Lanez's behalf. But I read that in court, the defense introduced that Kelsey might have been upset with Megan Thee Stallion because she found out that her and Tory Lanez was actually had something going on, which is another thing that Megan lied about.
She lied about that, yeah.
Yeah, and she found out that they had something going on and she had been upset with her. So when they were testing for gunpowder residue, or gunshot residue, I think that I read that they didn't test her. So I don't know which one is true now, but if they did,
for the record though, it's a narrative that women push of oh, why are they bringing up her sexuality? It's another way to control women and shit like that. That couldn't be further from the truth. The reason why they're bringing up her sexuality, not her sexuality, but her sexual history period, is because, one, the situation seems to have started boiling over due to her sexual activity. So that's a key thing in it.
Right.
Also, no one is ridiculing her for having sex with Tory. No one is saying she's wrong for having sex with Tory, or that they even care that she has sex with Tory. People are only saying, why'd you lie? I'm looking at you like a liar.
Yeah.
That's different than, you know what I'm saying? So we can't make it.
Touch on the fact that also the emotional aspect of it. If she admits the relationship she had with Tory Lanez, well then then we have to introduce the idea that if that went sour, she would have reason
to shoot your ass. And they say you was giving her the beats. Oh, they said no, Megan. They said Megan was beating the dog shit out of Kelsey.
She big. Oh, I thought you was talking about Tory.
They said Megan was beating the dog shit out of Kelsey. Yeah, that's more of a reason for Kelsey to grab the blick. Hey, get your big ass up off me for real. You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing is crazy, and my thing is this. I don't know what happened again, and I'm not invested in it. But as far as the issue goes, this seems to be another case where it wasn't foolproof. I don't feel like we know 100% that this dude needs to be facing 20
We was never supposed to know that. I never thought that we were going to find out in this case.
I thought that was the whole reason that they wasn't saying nothing. They wasn't making public statements on social media. You know how celebrities tend to do. I figured we was gonna find out what happened.
Nah, they still didn't say who shot her for real. They just got a man to go down for it. Yeah, well, they didn't prove that he shot her.
Yeah, I guess the idea is they got a jury or a judge to believe that it's more likely
a jury.
Yeah, and I think that's a fallacy in the system. I believe in protect all women. I just think that this wasn't the case to use.
This wasn't your motto. Yeah, and I also don't believe, like I said, in believe it just because a woman said it. Yeah. I'll protect a woman, but I'm not believing in believe it just because a woman said it. Because men lie. Boring, got people snoring. They pull up hoopty, we pull up orange. It's okay, but my chick gorgeous. We do it be like the wife on Norbit. Ooh, yeah.